Hello friends, Tiger Coward here. Join me for this special riding book review. I'm going to be reviewing Motorcycles, Minotaurs, and Banjos from Steve Sherill. It's a fantastic book and I'm sure you're going to love this. So stay with me for the 5 top reasons why I love this book. Hello friends, Tiger Coward here. There is a new addition to the Tiger Coward Adventure Motorcycle Library. Motorcycles, Minotaurs, and Banjos, a Modest Odyssey. Thank you to Stephen Sherill, the author of this book, who sent me his remarkable novel. My executive summary is that this is a fantastic novel that is well written and unlike any other book in my adventure motorcycle library. It is easier to describe what the book isn't than to tell you what it is. This isn't a travel guide or a trip journal. It's not a story of self-realization or a tale of escapism. Instead, as the title states, it's a modest odyssey, a trip with a purpose. The author is, amongst many things, a motorcycle and banjo aficionado, and he combines these two passions in this terrific story. The Modest Odyssey is a motorcycle trip to the grave sites of the author's favorite banjo players and the motorcycle rides that connect them. This route takes Sherill from his home in State College, Pennsylvania, south through the Appalachians to his home state of North Carolina, and back to Pennsylvania. Along the way, he rides epic mountain roads, including the Tail of the Dragon, visits colorful and sometimes dreadful towns on his way to radically differing graveyards. But the story is about so much more, including the author's life and upbringing, about the lives of the banjo legends that he visits, about the fictional characters from his previous novels, and of course about motorcycles. Specifically, his current Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. Not necessarily an adventure bike, but I believe that any bike that you have an adventure on is an adventure bike. Motorcycles, Minotaurs, and Banjos is a great read, but not the book to purchase if you're looking for a travel guide to motorcycle roads in the Appalachians. I will state my biases, or at least potential conflicts of interest. I was sent this book by the author, but he didn't ask me for anything, not even to review it. I was honored, but not indebted. I was, however, intimidated when I received the book and read his pedigree on the jacket. University professor, author of 5 fiction novels, Pulitzer Prize nominee, painter and performing musician. This is all a bit intimidating for the shy, innocent country boy that is Tiger Coward. Nonetheless, I read it, I loved it, and now I'll review it. I should also let you know that I rode many of the same roads and visited many of the same towns on my Tail of the Dragon tour in spring 2023. That ride is inadequately documented in a playlist on my YouTube channel. Check it out. I say this as a potential bias because I may have felt a special affinity to the book because of the deep and rich memories it triggered for me. Here are the 5 things that I loved about motorcycles, Minotaurs, and Banjos. Number 1. The purpose of the Modest Odyssey. The idea of having a purpose for a trip is completely foreign to me. I just ride. I give surprisingly little thought to where I travel. I hear someone say that it's great somewhere and then I want to go. Having a purpose seems so much more meaningful, especially if it combines 2 passions. This Modest Odyssey has inspired some thinking on my part. What will my Modest Odyssey be? Do I actually have 2 passions? Do you know what your Modest Odyssey would be? Number 2. The route. Oh, how I loved riding in the Appalachians. Cheryl's descriptions of roads and towns had me rewatching my videos from my trip through this region. Strangely, I also rode through State College, where he currently lives. This is not really a tourist town, but I wanted to visit Pennsylvania State University for some reason. It's cool that I've ridden the roads that he described in his Odyssey. This is a different experience for me because many of the books I read are from places that I'll just never visit. There is comfort in being able to close your eyes and picture the places in the story. Number 3, the uniqueness of the story. This story is different in so many ways. Well, duh, that's the definition of unique. But really, how many motorcycle adventure books are written by Pulitzer Prize nominated authors who are both accomplished painters and musicians? The closest that I've come to find is Neil Peart's epic book Ghost Rider. But Sherill's story is far more complex than what Peart gave us. We learn about the author's challenging childhood, run-ins with the law, jobs as a welder, a cook, and a nude model. Most uniquely, it's the alternate personality of the Minotaur. Nope, I can't think of another novel that gives us that. You will have to read it to make sense of what I'm saying, but rest assured, this novel is different than anything that I've read. I also think it's better than anything that I've read. Number 4, Observations from Deep in the Helmet. The author gives us an unfiltered description of his streams of thoughts when he rides. I'm not sure if everyone has deep helmet thoughts and conversations, but I do. So does Steve Sherill. Some are ridiculous, some are sweet, and many made me laugh out loud. When I'm in my helmet, I'm anyone I want to be. I'm not old and bald, nor am I an executive, retiree, husband, or father. Inside my helmet, I'm simply a rider. Inside my helmet, I'm Tiger Coward. I fully connect with the Minotaur who sometimes rides Steve Sherill's bike. Maybe you will too. Number 5, the writing. I received some comments on my review of Neil Peart's book that the writing was challenging to read. Some may find that with this book. It's not written as a travel guide. This is a novel written by an artist, and I loved it. I felt like I was sitting on the porch or around a campfire, speaking with or at least listening to my new friend Steve tell me stories. Interesting stories, funny stories, meaningful stories. I feel the same way about reading books by Nick Adams. The writing is different, but I feel like we're old friends. I hope that you will too. By the way, Steve and Nick, if you're ever in the center of the universe, you are welcome to stay with Tiger Barb and I. We can sit at our fire pit and I'll listen to your stories all night. I don't really know the difference between a book and a novel. Do you? But I do think that there is a difference. I think that the Tiger Coward Adventure Motorcycle Library has many great books in its collection, but I think that this is the first novel to be added. In conclusion, I highly recommend this book for those who are looking for something deeper in a motorcycle adventure book or novel. I also recommend this for anyone who loves really great storytelling. Go forth with an open mind and most importantly an open heart. And remember, self-care is not selfish. Well, hello friends. Here we are at the center of the universe at the Tiger Coward Fire Pit. Thanks for staying to the end of this video. You're still here, so you must have liked it. So go ahead and smash that like button, share it with your friends, and leave me a comment. It costs you nothing, but it helps the channel out a lot. Good night from the center of the universe.